Nothing quite like looking over the water at sunset. Wouldn't you agree, giant penguin blocking my path? Hey everyone, I am Mike of Mike and Display, and welcome back to Pokemon Shining Pearl. Last time, we, arrived here in Canalave City, battled our rival, and, learned a really cool fact in the Canalave Library. And in this part, we're going to visit an empty house, apparently. No, we're going to continue exploring Canalave, and the gym leaders and gym trainers go out to Iron Island to train their Pokemon and work out. Interesting. Very interesting. Sailor Eldritch's house. There's a secret path somewhere in this city. Where? I want to go. I can surf here? Was this in... I don't remember this from the original game. Can I... Oh my gosh, there is a... I really thought I was just running into the the boat there. And it was like, no, it's a wild Pelipper. Well, that was unexpected. And not very welcome, but you know, whatever. There is a secret path. With a U-turn, TM! I'm 95% sure that wasn't in the original games. Maybe it was and I just never found it? That's interesting. Good to know. Good to see that. He's gonna be a sailor like his daddy, who's a real man among men, even if the sea doesn't scare him. Oh, but a gym leader would be cool too. Byron is so awesome. That's very little kid. I like it. She wishes her boy would be a little quieter. Oof. If you know what happens in a special event that may or may not get released. Oof. Hello, sir. Are you... Sure, just... Aye, anchors away. But yes, in this part, we're going to be going to Iron Island. Iron Island is an entirely... What's the word I'm searching for? It's an entirely... not necessary part? I'm blanking on the word. It's not required in any way for the story, but it is a great place to get stuck on your penguin. No, it is a great place to level up your Pokemon and get free max ethers, apparently. So, just my habit of always hitting A as I run up to things. Why did I talk to the TV? Ah! I don't even know why I did that. But yes, Iron Island is an area much like the Eterna Forest or Wayward Cave. Well, more like Wayward Cave than the Eterna Forest, because Eterna Forest was required. But Wayward Cave was out of the way and just a great place to train up your Pokemon. Iron Island is very similar to that. It's out of the way, it's not necessary, but it is a very good place to get a few levels if you feel as though your team is not high-leveled enough. And my team is high-level enough, but this area is something that I definitely want to show off all of, and that's going to mean fighting at least the bulk of the trainers. Because I don't want to... Well, I don't want to get under-leveled, and because, you know... Got a rival battle coming up soon. I could, you know, use some levels. As my team continues to be just tremendously too strong for this point in the game. I honestly say, based on the original games and for this one, you should be aiming to have your Pokemon... I mean, 39 is the next gym leader's ace level. I usually recommend taking your team up to level 40 here. For a reason you're going to see very shortly, Iron Island is a terrific place to train your Pokemon. And, you know, it's not hard to get up to level 40 by this point in the game. Now, if you're running a full team of 6 and you're just tired of grinding and you've hit 39, you're gonna be totally fine. And honestly, obviously, my team is already above 40 here. So it's an iron ball. Very interesting item. Increases the weight of your Pokemon and is the best item to use if you're using Fling as a move because it maxes out the power. And then your Pokemon will become lighter, so low kick will do less damage, I guess. No, don't go back up the stairs. I'm just trying to get out of the corner that I went in looking for hidden items. I would like to not run into as many walls. I realize that I am going into an area full of very tight corridors and not the best movement. But I have plenty of repels, so at least I'm not running into wild Pokemon. I used a super repel, then one step later found a super repel. Yay! She wants to lighten up this boring picnic. You're having a picnic in an iron mine. Just why if you're bored by it, why are you there? I do like that there's sort of a little pattern here. There's the iron mine here, and then there's also a mine down in Orberg. But then there's also the Fuego Iron Works, which, would take the mined things that were from the Iron Island and turn them into mining equipment for the Orberg mines. It's just all mining. The Sinnoh region is all about mining, and also Cherim, you can definitely get KO'd because Cherim has very recently gone from Pokemon that's there to Scourge of the Universe. For Arceus related reasons. Anywho, I guess we're back to Tank doing everything, but wait, I wanna check out this area. Hang on. Make sure there's no hidden items. Total waste of steps. Okay. Got it. Because now we can go down. Did I really have to stand in the middle for that to work? Now we can go down here. I do like this area. I've always liked this area. It's a very unique kind of place. There have been lots of caves in Pokemon games, but this is like a cave where man has an influence. Which, again, the Orberg mine had the same thing, but this is much more developed, I guess. And a much larger area, too, obviously. The working class hero says hi! Okay. Worker Willie! He's Willian. Yeah, and then Onyx. Interesting fun fact. So I am actively avoiding the wild Pokemon here. I have no need to actually grind. I have no need to actually level up my team. Obviously, I said you should be aiming for 40, and I'm already past that on 4 out of my 5 Pokemon. But what's interesting about Iron Island is that this is the first place in any Pokemon game where Steelix could actually appear in the wild. So, Steelix has been around since Gen 2, but it's actually also the first place in a Pokemon game where during the course of the actual game, not in the post-game, you could actually get a fully evolved trade evolution Pokemon in the wild. There was no other, I believe, there was no other place like that, or there was no other Pokemon that appeared like that before this one. So, and the fact that it's a trade evolution with an evolution item, that makes it just extra special. So, I always thought that was really cool, especially since harder to get a metal coat. I'm not even sure you can get one, of course, in the main game. You might be able to get one before post game. It's been a while since I actually looked that up. Oh, the working class hero waves bye too. He waved hi and bye, all in the span of one fight. Oh, he's drawn to iron as if by magnet. Ha! Magnet pull is an ability. That's funny. But yes, so Steelix could be caught here, which is interesting because if you had caught an Onyx all the way back in the Orberg mine, then you'd still be looking for a metal coat and be just running into Steelix here, which was kind of funny. Steelix is also worth a good amount of experience, or at least he was back in Gen 4. Now with experience being curved, that he might not be the well of experience that he once was. But I'm not sure you needed the Quick Claw there, Tank. And wow, these Gravelers and Onyx, strong physical defense. And I know this, and I'm... Well, that's fine. I don't care. As Tank continues his, I'm just gonna bulldoze my way through the region, gaining levels at an extremely slow pace. As the rest of the team levels up while I'm doing it. Hey, okay, looks safe to me, no problem. He's just like, yeah, I was doing a check. Then you routinely check the lifts here. You can be sure of their safety. I mean, sure. As we get a TM for Iron Tail. Makes sense. I think. Oh, it's a bottle of iron. I thought it was the iron plate. I guess that's somewhere else in here. Or steel plate. I forget if it's the steel plate or the iron plate. I'm pretty sure it's an Iron Island, though. But I guess a bottle of iron makes sense with Iron Tail and a custom sprite! Hello. You are? Okay, you're Mike. I'm Riley. I'm a trainer, and yes, it is a bit odd that I would be training here. If you'd like, we could team up. The wild Pokemon here are restless. I decided to go with Riley. If your Pokemon get hurt, I'll heal them up. And yes, this is why this is one of the best training areas in the game. Riley here. Custom sprite. Unique to... Talk to me! I'd say the folks who train here have a bit too much time on their hands. Talk to me more. Used to be a fairly thriving ore mine once upon a time. I guess the iron ore for steel was totally played out. There's only Pokemon here now. Neat. And, yes, I would like to... Why are my buttons not working? Oh, it's because my Switch controller wasn't fully connected for a second there. That was weird. But anyway, much like Eterna Forest and Wayward Cave, Riley will join us in double battles. Hikers get excited surrounded by boulders. Look at how close they are to each other. They're just like, glomp. But yes, Riley here will make every battle a double battle, just like we've seen 2 times before. Unlike the past 2 times, however, Riley brings a good friend. Riley's Lucario. I don't know what its moveset is in this game. In the original game, it was iffy. He didn't have the best moves, and I can't bulldoze here because... Okay, so he still has Force Palm. That was his main move in the original games. I can't use bulldoze here because that'll KO Lucario. But it doesn't seem to matter. Unlike the other 2, Cheryl, whose Chansey was iffy at best, and then Mira, whose Kadabra had the moves and refused to use them most of the time, Riley can usually be counted on to be pretty good. Lucario is obviously a fantastic Pokemon, and in the original game, he at least had a moveset that could hit things. Golbat were always his biggest problem, given that he had a fighting move and a ground move as his main forms of offense. But considering everything else here was a rock type or a steel type, Sushi, you do not need Screech. It worked out pretty well. So I'm counting on Riley to be pretty good here. He was also pretty useful for the trainer battles, which I'm going to be battling all of the trainers here, avoiding the wild Pokemon. And also, they're already down to the last two, which is fantastic. So, laser focus. Okay, so you're gonna get a critical hit next turn, I guess. Weird choice, but okay. If you take the hits, that's fine by me. That wasn't very good. But the good thing is that Rylu's Lucario is completely immune to Sandstorm, so Tank's main strategy goes off without a hitch. And I'm gonna hope that he still... Oh, right, he got his speed drop with Local Sweep. I'm like, the Quick Claw didn't activate. How did a Hippowdon outspeed a Lucario? But now it makes sense. And now that's guaranteed to be a crit. Yeah, because of laser focus. Now you're... rude. Just uncalled for, Sir Macho. Ice Fang you. I'm actually pleasantly surprised that Ice Fang hit every single turn. I know it has 95% accuracy, but it's Ice Fang. You just expect it to miss all of the time. I like hikers in general. They're just always funny. They're just always funny. Tank, you can get out of the lead now. I'm going to put Eldstar back in there and leave you in the bench for a little bit. But there's also good items here. Ultra Ball, I mean, we've already kind of seen the spoils. The way he moves behind me is a little bit... oh, have you met Byron, the leader of the Canalave Gym? Why are you still running? We're not moving right now, buddy. He's asked me to become a gym leader, but there's his son, Rourke, to consider. That's one of my favorite things in Sinnoh. Rourke and Byron, the 6th gym leader, who we'll be fighting next episode, they're father and son. And I always thought that was a very neat little detail. And, you know, they're both mine-related. Byron's father, Rourke's grandfather, is also the mining... What's his name? It might just be the mining guy. It's the guy who gives you the underground kit. Oh no, it's the underground man. Like the mining guy of friendship or something. I don't know. So, you know, my team is very weak to ground right now, and these are both ground types. And by my team, I mean Riley and my team. Anywho, so what's actually interesting about my team as it currently stands, this is ordinarily the point in the game where I would recommend that you at least try to build up a full team. There's still plenty of opportunities to add other Pokemon, but we're about to come up to, I guess, the main point of gaining levels that's left in the game. So I usually recommend having your final team member probably before Iron Island. Like I said, Iron Island is arguably the best of the training spots. You can gain a lot of experience fairly quickly, and Riley is far and away, in my opinion, the best of the partners that you can have. I mean, even here, he's only once so far not used his best move. And it was to score a critical hit the next turn. So he's valuable, basically. He's still just using Force Ball. I love it. So That did not do all that much damage. What was I saying? Right. So I would recommend having your final team member picked up before now, or at least before you go into Iron Island. Technically, since it's not required for progress, you can go in here at any point. It doesn't have to be before the 6th gym. That's just where it is most conveniently located, I guess. So I could have done this later on. It doesn't make any sense for a Let's Play, but, you know, because now they can kind of build up Byron as next gym leader, and yeah. But I still haven't quite decided on who my final team member is going to be. Basically, I keep running into an issue of not having... There's nothing that fits the very specific qualifications that I'm looking for. I would really like to have someone who is immune to ground, first and foremost, so that they can pair with Tank in a double battle, and if they were also immune to Sandstorm, that would be nice. And yes, I'm aware there's a perfect one! He's not available in Shining Pearl version! Yeah, Brilliant Diamond exclusive there. Gliscor. I'm talking about Gliscor would be absolutely perfect, but he's a Brilliant Diamond exclusive, and I'm playing Shining Pearl version, so yay! Yeah, so, basically, I'm just trying to figure out someone who would be a good fit for my team, kind of giving up on the perfect fit. Also a very good fit, not perfect, but a very good fit for what I need would be, you know, Lucario. But I said in like episode 1 or 2, Screech? Okay, so he did have Screech in the, I think he had Screech in the original games. But that's the first time you've used a not helpful move there, Riley. Doesn't matter. But still, okay, so wait, his moveset so far is Force Palm, Laser Focus, and Screech. Wonder if I'll get him to use the 4th and final move. Not sure. But wow, Dazzling Gleam really did a number on these. I mean, it didn't one-hit either of them, because his power was cut because it hits multiple targets. But still, that was fun. Just take out the black pelts instantly. But yeah, I said very early on that I wasn't going to use any of the most popularly or most commonly used Sinnoh Pokemon. And yeah, Lucario's 100% on that list. So yeah, can't do it. And yes, more repels. And a magnet makes sense. Iron, magnets, stuff. This is going to be the... Yep, this is the iron plate. I knew it was here somewhere! The powers of plates are bestowed to the Pokemon that was born. Neat. I do have 2 steel types already. So, you know, kind of like a steel guy. Say anything else? Imagine what it would be like for a steel type Pokemon user to battle a steel type. I literally just said... I'm a steel trainer-ish. Sort of. Tough Pokemon, tough trainers. Tell me, where else can I find a place as good as this to train? If we battle here, your Pokemon will become stronger, and so will mine. It's a good thing for both of us. What's not to like? Let's throw down. I've been saying that there's nowhere better to train than here. It's true. It's the best place for the trainings in the region. And good, finally some Pokemon that aren't just the same thing over and over. Also, not the best matchup for me, because if I Surf, it will hurt Riley. I mean, Lucario. So I'll just Ice Beam the Pelipper. I'll count on you to take out the Ponyta you're weak against. Or to do something not helpful. Do you have an offensive move? besides Force Palm? If you didn't, I'd be rather disappointed. He used to have, I think it was Force Palm, Metal Claw, Quick Attack, and Screech. I think that was his moveset. I could be wrong. It's been a while. Ace Trainer's always tough. Tailwind did double their speed, so obviously they're going to outspeed for the next, well, 2 more turns up to... Yes, you did a good job, Cusco, getting that critical hit a turn after it would have mattered. I'm not sure that he actually has a 4th move. He's only used Force Palm and, you know, status moves. Grrr. On her. And a Sudora. Okay. Well, then I'll... You know what? I will regally slap the Haunter in the face. Because I'm not sure that Lucario can, you know, hit it. If he busts out like Shadow Ball right now, I'm going to be really annoyed. Nope! Force Palm! Well, at least you're predictable, Riley. That's good. I mean, I didn't see it coming, but I enjoyed it. Let's make sure he doesn't do that again. That was a very odd angle on that attack. It was like, I'm gonna just zoom in slightly off where it was gonna hit. Just wanted to show you that spot. And Riley, if you could use the 4th move so I could find out what it is, that would be nice. I would enjoy if you did that. I don't think you're going to. Just whatever. But hey, Riley's Lucario has not fainted yet, and I will count that as an absolute win. This Ace Trainers are usually difficult, and double battles where you can't control one of the 2 players, usually more of a challenge. Obviously, again, my team is so over-leveled at this point that it's, you know, most in-game things that would ordinarily be a challenge are just not going to be at this point. And you know what? I'm going to put Perona back a little bit. It feels so weird to be not evenly leveling, but it's just impossible to keep Tank up exactly with the rest of the team if I ever want to see them. So, oh, right. Team Galactic's here. I get it now. You're responsible for agitating the Pokemon. I don't care what good reason you may have, but I don't want you bringing any trouble into my mind. We're Team Galactic. We'll take all the Pokemon we want. Isn't that right, partner? You said it, brother, so that's what we're gonna do. We're abducting all the Pokemon from this rusted-out Iron Island to share in all the joys and all the sorrows. That is how all the trainers and Pokemon live in Sinnoh. I won't allow anyone to defy that code of ethics. Come on, Mike. This is one battle we can't lose. And accurate, we're not gonna, but I do like that, you know, Cheryl was worried about Team Galactic getting Eterna Forest. Nero was just scared, but then Riley is also worried about Team Galactic, and this time there's an actual payoff. They are actually here trying to cause trouble. So, I like that. It's a good... I thought I was fighting 2 Zubats for some reason. That's why I was just like, Thunderbolt the one! I was Thunderbolting the Glameow, so thanks for covering up my mistake there, Riley. That was a nice move. I enjoyed it. And now if you could... Alright, Galactic Grunts. Send out, like, a couple of Golbats. Just as a favor. That's not a Golbat. It's resistant to fighting moves, though. So is that. Excellent. So, we're just gonna... Flamethrower the Croagunk. Because... that's more... It's Metal Claw! His fourth and final move is Metal Claw. All right, excellent. So he does have a way to hit, well, ghosts and bats. And I attacked the wrong Pokemon. Well, he did. Well, I did. So I went second. But he could read my move, and I couldn't read his move. Alright, so basically they just traded out Quick Attack for Laser Focus. That's fine. That's not a big deal. I was so curious. I really wanted him to use the... Okay, Riley, once was fine. Twice was... That was... You could have just aimed for the Stunky. And then, or, I mean, I could have used a different... Well, no, this is still probably the right... Okay, okay, I did it anyway. Never mind, who cares? You're holding a shell bell? It's been too long since I actually saw Sushi in battle. Oh, gosh. That's not helpful right now. I mean, it's fine. Wow, one of the very few times I've actually gone through Iron Island with Riley's Lucario not getting KO'd once. It usually does, somewhere along the battles. Usually tougher. Well, I mean, in the original games, obviously they are tougher because you're not as over leveled. Unless you are. But anyway, we get money for winning. Stop! I said stop! Your combination is so sick. Both of you and your Pokemon. Let's beat it, partner. You said it, brother! It's sick and... whack. We don't even know what Team Galactic's big plan is anyway. Abrupt cut? Okay. Thanks. You really helped me out. Listen, I have a Pokemon Egg here. Would you take it with you? Absolutely. Thanks. I'd like to show you the Pokemon that hatches from that egg in all sorts of new places. The egg has been added to my party. Spending time with you is very enjoyable. I intend to test my skills in other places from now on. Let's meet again. Take care on the way out. I have no idea if the egg goes directly to your box in this game. In the original game, as I clear the steps, because... Why didn't I think of this the last time I was trying to get an accurate egg count? But in the original games, if you didn't have space in your party, you couldn't get the egg. You had to go all the way back through Iron Island in order to actually get the egg. So that was not the best. But in this game, I mean, they can just send things to boxes now as we get a shiny stone. Very helpful if you need a Pokemon that evolves with shiny stone. Roselia. What? I don't need to repel for these 6 steps. Excellent. Okay. But yes, now we have in our party an egg. It's mysterious. And I think that we will show off the egg hatching to start off next time. So, as we sail away into the sunset, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Pokemon Shining Pearl version.